I've spent a good amount of money in this campaign with these different ads and been able to keep the conversion rate over 20%, but only really 3 conversions. But overall 20%, 17% here. And the industry average for conversion rate for Google Ads is 2 to 5%. So having a 10x conversion rate as well is pretty nice. So I'm going to show you guys how to create a responsive search ad, how to get ideas for them, and my unique strategy that I do that not really many people talk about to make sure that these ads get the highest conversion rate. So let's go in. So the first thing we want to do when creating a responsive search ad is of course hitting a like on this video. That's all I ask. Just do a simple click or a simple tap. Hitting the like button helps a lot more than you guys think, and just trying to give out as much value as I possibly can to help people make more money and live more fulfilling lives in their business. So once you hit the like button, what we want to do is go ahead and create the ad. So we're going to assume that our ad group is already very tightly knit theme. So for example, home care near me contains keywords that have the words home care near me in it. So what we want to do is we want to click on ads and then click this plus button to create a responsive search ad. Okay, so when you first make a responsive search ad, if this is your first time making it, this page is going to pretty much be empty for you. So what responsive search ads are, pretty simply put, you give Google up to 15 headlines and up to 4 descriptions, and you can see where the headlines appear. So headline 1, headline 2, headline 3, description 1, and description 2. If you have site extensions, they're going to appear down here. Google's going to mix and match these different headlines based on what the person is searching for and based off of what Google thinks is going to convert best for you. So overall, this gets rid of a lot of testing. How I think of responsive search headlines is overall it can be very beneficial in terms of helping you test different headlines, but if you don't really know how to use them well, or if you use them very poorly and badly, which a lot of businesses do, unfortunately, then they kind of don't really make sense. They don't give the user a reason to click overall, and you're not going to get good performance overall. What we want to do is you want to grab their attention with the headlines. So the best way to grab their attention is by having the keywords that they put in the ad itself. Because think of it this way, if I'm typing in dentist in my area and I see an ad that says dentist in the town I'm in or in my area, so far and so forth, that's going to grab my attention because I just clicked on it. That's why Google encourages you to use the keyword in the headline. When you do that, it's going to grab that person's attention. So once you have their attention, you need to give them a reason why to click on your ad, or a reason why to go with you compared to all the other ads, all the other search results that are on the same page. And the reason why the person clicks is because it's something that they want with the service that you're looking for. So for example, we're using home care, right? What do they want when they need home care services? So one thing is they want speed. So an example here is, let's say for home care services, we have our first headline being home care services in near you, right? Because a lot of it's home care near me, so we can just put home care near you, right? So that catches their attention. It's like, okay, there's home care services close by to me. So we need to give the person a reason to click on our ads. So this can usually be where you introduce your offer or something that makes you stand out from the competition, or what I like to do, which a lot of other businesses don't really do, especially local businesses, is say how fast you can start working if needed. So if we're going with the speed example, we can say get same day care. So that could be a reason to click. So if I'm looking for home care and I need home care, pretty fast, I can say, okay, home care services near me. Okay, that catches my attention. Get care the same day. I can get care, the same day, or care within 24 hours. That's something I would like. Let me click on this link and learn more about how I can take them up on that offer. So then, so that's a reason for them to click overall, right? Another reason is if you're giving away something for free. So something like a free assessment or something like that. However, I don't usually like to use free assessments overall because that's very generic. Everyone else is using that. That's what everyone else offers. So, and also what I've noticed, every time I have free assessment or free consultation in the responsive search ad headline, it never gets a lot of impressions. So that tells me that, Google doesn't, at least Google doesn't really like showing it. So I like to kind of go a little bit deeper. So why would someone get a free assessment? So if you're a home care agency, people are gonna get assessment to get a plan of action for care. They're going to know how to handle the situation. So you can say, get a free care plan. So that's something that's a little bit more actionable. So if you're, let's say, in the home services business, instead of just saying call for a free quote or call for a free consultation, go a layer deeper and say get instant pricing on your project or something like that, right? So something that's still the same thing as a free consultation or free assessment, but we're just wording it differently so that way we're not too generic overall and we're more honed in on what the person's actually searching for. However, you might be thinking, okay, what about the third headline? So the third headline doesn't show all the time. So I kind of use this as a what I call a make Google happy. If my ad strength is poor or average, and it's because I don't have many keywords in my headlines, I'll just type in the keyword. So let's say personal home care agency. So I would type in personal home care agency and possibly fulfill that. There have been tests done saying that this ad strength really doesn't matter overall in terms of how your ads perform. However, I have seen that if it is in the poor range, that you will see a limited by Google, and that does actually limit how much reach you would get because your ad strength is that poor. This sometimes happens, but it doesn't happen all the time. So if you do see it, you may want to actually consider, getting it to at least average, although you do want it to be at good, right? So now the question is, how many headlines should you fill out? So I used to say, as many as possible, fill up the entire thing. However, I would say 5 or 6 of the headlines get any actual data. So I would say come up with at least anywhere between 8 to 10 headlines overall, and make sure that they're really good, but most importantly, unique from each other. I wouldn't have one that says home care services near you and then another one that just says home care services. I want them to be as unique as possible. So something I might say is, so let's say if you're in Atlanta, Georgia, you could say Atlanta home care services, something like that, right? So saying the location that your ad is in. So if you're ever not sure what to put in a headline, you can always just look at your keyword ideas. You can also look at other ads that people are running. So search the keyword that you want to run ads for. So home care near me. And it's 11 o'clock right now, so I might not see a lot. But, something here, if you can get ideas, is available 24 hours a day. So you can say 24/7 home care services. Homewell at Metro, they're copying the same exact thing. So, that's why you want to be unique. So I would say something like, get service anytime you need it. That's actually a really good one. Also, it has the word you. And I think people resonate with the word you more. It gets their attention more and something like that. So assistance at your home, that's kind of very generic for the most part. Quality elderly care, still kind of generic. Another headline I do like to use is the name of the business. So if this name of the business was Brightstar, I would put that name here overall. Another type of headline that I like to use is social proof. So if you have, a lot of reviews and things like that, I would say, rated 4.8 stars by locals. And then you can say, hundreds, over 100 plus families helped. And also what I like to do is just how many years of experience that you have that actually is a really good headline that works across multiple campaigns. So if you have anything over, I'd say anything over 10 years of experience is nice to put, but the higher the better. So if you have 20 years of experience in your business, I would say over 20 plus years of experience, something like that, right? So now let's say that we come up with 8 to 10 headlines overall that they have the keyword that we are targeting, and they have a reason for the user to click. And for the third headline, they have some sort of social proof or a make Google happy overall to get a good ad strength overall, right? What I like to do is I do like to pin the headlines, but I like to pin multiple headlines. So what does that mean? So you're going to see here, you can pin a headline to a specific position, only position 1, only position 2, only position 3. Usually Google recommends that you unpin it, so that's why they can mix and match it overall. However, if we do that, you can see here, get a free care plan, get same day care. We don't have the main keyword that we want appearing in the first headline, which is where we want to grab their attention overall, right? So if we were to make 10 headlines, I would say pin 4 headline ones, make 4 different headline ones that could work, that are still very unique. Pin those to all headline 1, because then those 4 headlines are going to swap between headline 1. Then pin 4 headline 2s, so 4 different reasons of why people should click on your ad, and those 2 are going to swap only in position 2. And then pin multiple headline 3s, so just 2 of them. So that could be a social proof one or a make Google happy one headline, right? So how I like to do it is, so this would be, because it contains the keyword that people are searching for, pin it to home care 1, pin it to 1, I'll pin this to 2, pin this to 2, because these are reasons for people to click. This is a make Google happy one, but this could also work as a position 1. So we put the position 1, this would be a position 1 because it has a location. This is position 2. This would be position 3 because it's social proof. You can also put social proof as position 2 as well if you want to test that. This is social proof, so I'm going to put that position 2. And this is also social proof, right? So you can see here how much of the headline follows the layout that we want. So personal home care agency, get care anytime you need it. And you can see here that it was good before, and now it's set at average. It's always going to go down a notch when you do this, but definitely don't worry. As long as your ad strength is at average, you're going to be fine. And ideally, you do want to fill out more of these headlines overall. Google might give you some suggestions, but I would not take them with a grain of salt, but try to entice them a little bit more. So another quick thing before we get onto the descriptions is, kind of spicing up your initial headline, right? So instead of just saying home care services near you, or just the location home care services, which works fairly well, you can say, top rated, speedy. You can say quality, not quality because that's a very generic word. You can say affordable. So this one's a good one. However, you want to keep in mind that if you are like a luxury product, you may not want to use affordable. Premium, so that way people know that, oh, it's top notch. And for the descriptions, usually what I like to do is I like to leave the descriptions unpinned, and I like to fill up the characters, and I use all 4 of them as well. If you want ideas for descriptions, just look at other people's descriptions. Usually other people actually do very well. What they do is actually a very good format, right? So one headline contains, a little bit about yourself, but mainly of how you can help the person overall. So saying that we have the best caregivers to take care of your loved one's needs, and then a call to action, call today, and everything like that, right? And then the other headline has kind of like a list of services that your prospective client may be looking for when they're searching for home care services. Or let's say they're looking for remodeling, right? So you can say we remodel kitchens, basements, bathrooms, living rooms, and all that stuff, right? And another way to think about it is, how are you going to fulfill the need that they are searching for? So how are we going to fulfill the need of them getting good home care services, right? So how? Train home health aides are ready to help. How else are we going to be able to deliver that care? Affordable, or I like to say plans that fit your budget. With the second description, I list out the services. So, list out the services that you can help them with that fit into it. And for another description as well, which you can also test, is what is the dream outcome that they want for that they're getting the service, right? So the dream outcome, let's say of home care, is for their loved one to live safely at home and for them to get peace of mind. For remodeling, it's for them to get the kitchen of their dreams, to get a kitchen that they're gonna love, that they'll love going into every day. For, let's say, if you're an electrician and you do repairs, is to get the repair done fast, easily, and affordable, and get things working to the way that they're supposed to be working, right? So that's the dream outcome. For the fourth description, if you want to add a fourth one, you can just do another combination of either how you can deliver the service, the services that you offer, and the dream outcome. So you can choose one of those as well. So if you ever get stuck, ever need ideas, always just simply just do a Google search. Don't just look at the top headlines here like I just did. Look at you can look at the SEO results that come in as well. Here, trusted care since 1975. So that's the same thing as over 20 plus years of experience. And then there are more ads that come up as well if we scroll all the way down. You can also try searching at different times of the day. So this is midnight overall when I'm filming this, so not many people are probably running ads. However, if I was doing this research at 10 a.m., I might see some other better ads as well. And since you guys stayed to the end of this video, I'm going to show you guys a really cool hack. If you run an ad for multiple locations in multiple cities, if you do this squiggly bar icon here, you can actually insert the location, a countdown to event, or the keyword insertion. I mainly use the location, and then you can just put in the default text. So if Google doesn't know the location that they're in, you can just put the default text as the 2 state initials overall. And then you can do the location home care. And then let's say if you're in Denver, it'll say Denver home care. If you're in the Bronx, it'll say Bronx home care. So that's a really cool trick. And because you stayed to the end of this video, you guys learned it and use it to your advantage, because having the location in the ad is also a way to get people's attention. So that's how you do responsive search ads. I am going to make a full detailed Google Ads for local businesses for 2023. So stay tuned for that. Be sure you're subscribed. And for now, you can watch this tutorial that I have up here that's going to show you exactly how to do it. I'll see you guys in that video. Take care.